there YouTube, this is Vargas XX78 with another Tales from the Vargas Vault. Halloween is just around the corner. It's, by the time I'm recording this video, it's just a week and a half away. So I'm really excited that Halloween's coming by, because Halloween in my life has always been the best holiday ever. Back when I was a little kid, I loved going trick-or-treating. I loved getting in costume, and going from house to house asking for candy. And for me especially, after I was done trick-or-treating, I would get home and, I would have my birthday party, because my birthday isn't Halloween. So, I would get presents and I would get cake, plus the candy I picked up. It was awesome. Now as an adult, of course, I can't go trick-or-treating anymore, but I make my own money so I can buy my own candy. But I can still go out and and party and still have myself a birthday present and a birthday cake. So it's still pretty epic. Halloween is still pretty awesome, even though some people have kind of forgotten what Halloween is about. And at least here in Mexico, they confuse it a lot. They think it's oh, it's this bad thing. But yeah, it's not. But as Halloween comes up, I guess everyone likes to get a good scare. Everyone likes to watch, scary movies or Halloween-themed movies and stuff like that. And I'm no exception. I actually have this tradition to watch, throughout the month of Halloween, I try to watch as many horror movies as I can. But in my life, I've seen some movies that are specifically important for me in Halloween. And in this Tale from the Vault, I wanted to share my top 5 favorite movies to watch in Halloween season. And number 5 will be A Nightmare on Elm Street. The original one, not the remake. This is the original one, directed by Wes Craven. I'm actually a bigger fan of Friday the 13th. I actually like the character of Jason Voorhees. And I think the movies in the Friday the 13th series have been better than the movies in the Elm Street series, with the exception of the first one. The first one is freaking awesome. I mean, really good. They introduced this character called Freddy, and who doesn't remember Freddy Krueger, that comes into your dreams and kills you. Freddy is so awesome that they actually had a parody of him in The Simpsons with Groundskeeper Willie, where, he's burning up and everything, and then he's nothing but this pile of bones, and he's like, "I'll get your children when you can't protect them in your dreams," and bleh, disappears. That was a really cool Treehouse of Horror. So, the dream sequences were pretty good. The way that they kill off Johnny Depp is actually in this movie. The way that they kill him off, where they just drag him below the bed, and this fountain of blood spews out. I thought that was freaking awesome. Now I'll admit, when I saw this movie the first time when I was a kid, I actually had trouble sleeping that night. I was actually afraid that Freddy would come after me. But just a really cool movie. Still love to watch it. It doesn't scare me anymore, but just the effects, especially when that girl's sleeping, and then Freddy's face is like peeking through the wall. I thought that was freaking awesome. So, really good movie, worthy of my number 5. My number 4 favorite movie to watch is The Monster Squad. This is my favorite movie to watch during Halloween, because it reunites all of the classic monsters. We got Dracula, we got Frankenstein, we got the Wolfman, we got the creature from the Black Lagoon, we got a mummy, the Brides of Dracula. And it's a kind of weird movie, because it tries to be, like a family movie, but at the same time it's like, it has some really scary moments, and some really funny moments. My favorite funny moment would be when the kids try to get into Dracula's mansion, and then the Wolfman attacks them. And then the kid's like, "Hit him in the nards! Hit him in the nards!" And then Eugene, kicks him in the nards, and the Wolfman's like, "Oh!" And then Eugene says a really funny phrase like, "The Wolfman has nards." So that was really cool. And really epic scene is when they blow up the Wolfman. They're fighting the Wolfman, so they put a stick of dynamite on him, and they throw him out the window, and he blows up, every little piece is scattered all over the place. And all of a sudden, he does a T-1000, and all the pieces, like join together, and the Wolfman's back. I thought that was really, really freaking cool. And best character, well, they have two really good characters here. Rudy, who's the tough guy kid, he was freaking badass in this movie. He kills the brides and he kills the Wolfman. So Rudy is badass in this movie. And Eugene is really funny. He's the, back in the 80s they had a lot the typical fat kid who's the comedy relief. But Eugene was really, really good. So the Monster Squad, really, really good movie. I really recommend it. Number 3 of my favorite movies to watch in Halloween is actually one of my holy grails when I go out hunting on Halloween season. I've seen it on VHS, but I've never seen it on DVD, and that's the Halloween Tree. The only way I'm able to watch it is online, because every time I go to the swap meets, I try looking for it, especially in Halloween season. Every time I go to, like Walmart or Target or Big Lots or any store that sells DVDs, I always look for the Halloween Tree, and I never find it. I know it would be easier to just find it online, maybe, but I like hunting for stuff like that. I get great satisfaction hunting for something and finally finding it. So the Halloween Tree is a really good animated movie. It starts off with this group of kids that they go visit their friend Pip, who's been sick. And they found out that Pip actually passed away. All of a sudden the kids start seeing his image, his ghost. And they follow him to this really creepy mansion where this old guy, who's voiced by Leonard Nimoy, Mr. Spock, and Omicron, and he does a really good job as that old guy. And he takes them to his backyard, and there's this huge Halloween tree with pumpkin lanterns. And I guess in that movie, every pumpkin lantern represents someone's soul, because Pittman takes the pumpkin lantern and basically escapes. So that guy wants his pumpkin cap, because they don't flat out say it, but they kind of hint that he's deaf. So when I saw it when I was a little bit more grown up, I actually dawned on that, and holy moly, that guy's deaf. But then, they go after him, and he convinces the kids to help him, and they go after Pip, and they go through this whole history of how other cultures celebrated Halloween. They had the Egyptians, how they would mummify their dead, and, they would bring them on dinners and stuff like that. They traveled to the United Kingdom, where they celebrated, in Stonehenge, the Wiccans celebrated All Hallows Eve. They went to Mexico. Here in Mexico we have the tradition called the Day of the Dead, El Día de los Muertos, where we also celebrate the dead, and we leave food for them and stuff like that. They visited the Church of Notre Dame, and they actually helped build the Church of Notre Dame. By the end, they actually capture Pip, and they realize that this guy is going to take his soul out because he's dead. So they make a deal with him. They tell him that they'll sacrifice few years of their lives to save Pip. And the guy's like, well, it's a good deal. You get 4 for 1 deal. And they save Pip. And it's kind of not really clear if it all happened in a dream or if it really happened. But it's a really good movie. I mean, I like the animation. I like the fact that it teaches you things about Halloween. It's not all just it's demons and the devil and stuff like that. It actually teaches you how other cultures celebrate Halloween. And it gives a good message of friendship. So that's a really, really good movie, and it's one of the movies I watch during Halloween season. Number 2 of my favorite movies to watch in Halloween is actually a movie with the name Halloween. This is John Carpenter's first horror movie, as far as I know, I guess. And it's Halloween. Now, this movie has a whole bunch of meaning for me because, number 1, it says Halloween on the title because it happens during Halloween. Number 2, the movie was released in 1978. Big year for me if you watched my channel. And the movie itself is really cool. The music is really cool. The that still is used a lot. And to my knowledge, this is the first of the new or of the modern slasher films. This movie is what paved the way for guys like Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger, plus Chucky and everyone like that. I guess maybe the Texas Chainsaw Massacre might have released before this. I'm not really sure. I know it's this one. But yeah, really cool movie. Really scary still. It holds up pretty well. So yeah, number 2 favorite movie to watch in Halloween. And the number 1 movie that I like to watch in Halloween, and if you watch my channel, this will come as no surprise, but that movie is The Nightmare Before Christmas. What can I say? It's a movie that crosses over Halloween Town with Christmas, so you got the 2 big holidays right there. The stop motion animation is top notch. You could do this with CG or computer generated stuff and everything. It would probably look poor compared to this. This was old school. They had puppets and they would make their movement frame by frame. So it's a monumental thing to do with a full-length movie in stop motion. The music, oh my god, the music is so freaking cool. Danny Elfman did really good work on the music in this. The story is awesome. I mean, this movie has such a legacy. You still go to Best, like a Hot Topic, and you see a bunch of stuff during Halloween with the images of The Nightmare Before Christmas. And this movie is so awesome for me because when I was a kid, I didn't get to see it in the theater, so one Halloween my mom rented it for me on VHS. And, I was blown away by this movie. It was so freaking cool, and it's still so freaking cool. I still watch it, when they pass it on cable, I watch it from beginning to end. During Halloween season, I pop it in, and I watch it at least 3 times because it's that freaking cool. So, yeah, Nightmare Before Christmas, best movie to watch for Halloween, at least in my case. But, yeah, that was my top 5 movies to watch on Halloween. I'm sure, this is a very unique list for me. I don't think I've ever seen someone name these movies as their top 5 movies in Halloween. But I am curious to see what movies you like to watch on Halloween. If you can, leave a comment or a video response, whatever you like. But I'm really curious to see what everyone out there likes to watch on Halloween, or how do you celebrate Halloween. In my case, it's cool because I get to celebrate Halloween, and I get to celebrate El Día de los Muertos, so, I get 2 awesome things. But, how do you celebrate Halloween? What do you do? Do you go out to party? Do you, give out candy for the little kiddies? Let me know. I'm really curious how other people celebrate this awesome holiday. But yeah, like always, thanks so much for watching. And until I see you all again, this is Vargas XX78, signing off.